Zoe Ball was left taken aback on her BBC Radio 2 breakfast show this week after her co-star shared why she was sacked from a previous job. On the topic of wearing uniform, Zoe turned to the show's travel reporter Jules Lang and asked if she had ever had to wear a required outfit, to which she revealed she was once a chambermaid. After Zoe, 53, shared that she had also worked as a maid, Jules went on to say that while she loved the job, she jeopardized it by skiving to watch Chris Evans' The Big Breakfast Show and smoking, instead of working. Reflecting on her experience, she shared with listeners, "I got sacked. I was watching with my fellow chambermaid in a room that I was supposed to be cleaning. We were watching The Big Breakfast with Chris Evans and Gabby Roslin." Quickly chiming in, Zoe said those days were the best era. As Jules continued, "We were also smoking a fag. It was a long time ago, and we got sacked." In response, a stunned Zoe said, laughing, "Jules, for goodness sake. That is outrageous behavior." The presenter went on to reflect on her own experience and shared that the job made her good at corners when it came to making beds. She added, "I loved it. It was one of the best jobs and it's fascinating with people's lives, the things. Also, when you've been a chambermaid and you stay in hotels, you see things differently, don't you?" Zoe added, to which her co-star agreed. Still shocked by Jules' admission, the presenter added, "I wasn't expecting that." The BBC Radio 2 breakfast host worked as a maid way before her presenting career began in the 1990s. After initially training as an actress, she started out in television as a runner for Granada Television. After then working behind the scenes as a researcher, she began presenting a variety of shows including The Big Breakfast, The Priory as well as BBC One's Saturday morning children's programme Live Kicking. She has since made history as the first female host of the Radio 1 and Radio 2 breakfast shows for the BBC. Zoe was announced as BBC Radio 2's new breakfast host back in 2018, replacing Chris Evans, who moved to Virgin Radio. Last month, she was missed by listeners after taking a break to care for her mum Julia, who had advanced pancreatic cancer. During her time off, she announced on Instagram that her mum had lost her fight just days after moving to a hospice. In an emotional statement alongside various fond memories of her mother, she wrote, "Sleep tight, dear mama. Thank you for teaching us how to love unconditionally, to always show courage and empathy. And how, even in the darkest of days, laughter is the greatest of gifts. We are bereft without you, but will hold so tight to each other."